Viewers, we're in Curtis Hillman's shop at this point, and the moment I opened the door, I saw this mammoth project. I guess in a sense you could call this a gray boat, almost a pattern boat, but not quite. Curtis is telling me he's going to be able to save some planks, I believe under the deck, or some framing under the deck, and some of the side planks. But it looks like the whole hull's been replaced here by Curtis, who's not only almost starting from scratch in a sense, but he's strengthening the hull. The boat, the history of this boat is still being researched. It's a 31-footer, and it's a J.J. Taylor. And apparently, many years ago probably, part of the decking was cut away to provide more seating. The theory is at this point that this boat was used to ship loggers up to, I guess, ports of destination for timber cutting. Mammoth job. And Curtis anticipates it's going to take, I guess, the better part of a year to, give or take, to finish it off. Any other comments, Curtis?
No, not too many. I think you got it.
Okay.
The only thing we did find on it was its actual nameplate here, J.J. Taylor. That was onto the old dash.
Oh, that's good to have that.
Here you go. This is, you can kind of tell it was by loggers or something, because here's a Laurentian car. Laurentian car dashboard that was actually located in this boat.
For goodness sake.
Yeah, it actually had a whole bunch of wood covering the Laurentian part, but the old Kermath, which is more than likely the original engine that was in it.
But that wouldn't have been the original dash, I presume.
This might be right here.
Okay, that's central part.
Still trying to search things out, but it had a massive diesel thrown in it when we got it. So.
And will that go back in it?
No, not 100% sure. It might be a Viper being dropped into it.
Okay, wow. Anyway, a wonderful, great project, and good that one more antique boat has been saved from the rot or the wrecking ball. Thanks, Curtis.
You're welcome.
The other boat in Curtis's shop at the moment, viewers, is this Duke, probably a 20-footer. I think Curtis tells me 1963. Matt Fairbrass has just redone the engine, and the boat's in for a complete stripping and refinishing. Curtis is hoping to do the better part of the stripping in one day. It's pretty remarkable. And I believe this period of Duke had a plastic wraparound windshield, and the owner has requested that a more traditional V-shaped glass windshield be installed when the boat's completed. Looking at the hull here, it's quite remarkable. It's very little sign of deterioration along the transom. Tight planking to the transom. Dirty, but tight. This boat's going to sparkle when she's finished. I guess the steering wheel too kind of gives away the vintage, and along with the instrument panel. Well, he'll be a very happy owner when this boat is returned to him in the spring. Here we are at Duke's Boathouse in Port Carling, viewers. It's a strong wind. How different this is than in the summertime. Let's go in and see what's going on. Viewers, we're in Duke's boat shop here in Port Carling on this rather blustery November day. And Dylan is just standing here in front of a Clive Brown long deck launch. And Dylan will maybe just talk briefly about what Dukes are going to do with this boat.
Like I said, this is Clive Brown. It's a long deck launch. We're going to be replacing some of the planks on the bottom. And that's pretty much the extent of it on this one.
No revarnishing necessary by the look of it, Dylan.
No, there is a little bit of grading showing, but it's not necessary at the moment.
Okay. And what kind of planking? Is it would it be a mahogany planking on the bottom of this?
No, it's a cedar bottom.
Oh,
and actually,
okay.
Interesting enough, the side is planked in cedar as well.
For goodness sake.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good mahogany imitation.
Yes.
And lighter, of course, than mahogany.
Yeah,
is it
it's
sorry.
stained well.
Okay. Is it a double planked hull?
No, it's single plank.
Single plank.
Yeah.
So the boards would be probably at least half an inch in thickness, I guess.
Usually closer to 3/4.
Okay. Yeah, of course, with a single plank.
Yes.
How's she powered? Is it original power, do you know, on this boat?
I don't know if it's original.
My guess is probably yes.
Probably yes.
Let's take a look, viewers. Certainly looks like it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looks like it's been well maintained.
Yep.
Fabulous 28-footer, viewers. Now you'll have to pull the engine, I guess, Dylan. Will you? Will you have to flip the boat to repair it?
No. For the planks that need to be done, it won't need to be flipped.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
We just raise it up so it's easy to work underneath.
Okay. Well, that's fabulous. It saves a lot of time and expense, I guess.
It does. If it were to have the whole bottom done, we'd definitely flip it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Any idea how many planks you're going to have to do on her?
At least 6, probably closer to 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's several weeks' work, I presume, at least.
Yes.
Yeah. Interesting. Thank you. We're looking at here at viewers at a Garwood Gentleman's Racer, and obviously in for some major repairs of some sort because the engine's been removed.
Not too major repairs. The engine was removed for engine work.
Oh.
What we did do on it, we replaced the stringers, and also we had to replace the lower transom board, which is a regular thing that generally goes on most boats.
Yes.
And some framework in the transom as well.
Right. Now, the stringers are oak, would they be, Dylan?
No, they're mahogany.
Mahogany?
They were.
Okay.
We pulled cedar out of it. Cedar
Really?
stringers out of it, which is bizarre because cedar's not hardwood.
No.
It's very soft. It's not a good structural material.
Wow. So surprising Garwood put that in.
It may have been done at another point in time.
That makes sense.
I'm surprised somebody put cedar in it.
Yeah. What would your guess on the vintage of this one be?
I believe it's a 54, but I may be mistaken.
Yes. That would look quite possible. Beautiful lines on this one.
Yes.
And so when you did the transom work, what did you have to do exactly?
Well, the stringers were rotting, and the lower transom was rotting, especially around the exhaust. And we replaced the lower board and also the lower parts of all of the framework.
Okay. Do you use any kind of specific sealer between the planks and so on to keep it tight, or is it mainly a varnish that protects it?
We use varnish or a clear sealer, sometimes epoxy.
Okay.
If it's well bonded, and the epoxy, it does a nice solid bond.
Right.
But we don't encapsulate the pieces in epoxy.
Right.
It's all done with varnish and a sealer.
Okay. Well, there you have it, viewers. Beautiful little racer, a gentleman's racer. Probably will be ready for this coming spring, I would hope.
It's actually going to be finished probably in the next couple of weeks.
Wow.
And if the ice holds off, it'll be able to go to the owner's boathouse
Wow.
for winter.
Wow. Remarkable. Well, good luck in the finishing of the project.
Thank you.